Hello everyone,
Hey, you!
welcome to CurseTheCluster Late Night Gaming. Here again on our cluster server, on the Genesis server, here on our clusters. And if you recall last time, I had a thatch foundation with a bed on it. So I've expanded a bit since then. I looked around the map a little, if you can see here. Let's see, I'll go back out of K mode. I pretty much covered the whole area of the bogs, looking, because I didn't understand it. I didn't really understand the gameplay for this expansion. So I thought, how do you get to the other biomes? And I didn't really get it. I thought maybe you had to do the missions to unlock it, or get all those glitches to unlock the other biomes, or unlock a way to get to the other biomes. Because I'm playing this expansion without cheating. And by cheating, I mean looking online, watching other people's playthroughs to see how things are done. I'm just kind of diving in and doing it myself. So yeah, I could jump online and find out the answers to everything, but I don't want to do that. So here we are. I've built a basic structure. I have to do something first. So this is my first Genesis tame. This is Anya. My girlfriend asked me to name it Anya. I don't know why. So she's a female berry. She's not that great. I don't have prime fish, or a garden, so I don't have any access to kibble. So it's just plain fish tame. And I found a male that I downed out here. And I want to make sure it's all fine. It may not be because it went down in the water. So I'm going to go out here and take a look real quick. It went down right there. So I'm going to stand out here, see if I can attract any piranhas to me. I hear a frog out there. There's a berry there. I don't think that one's very good, though. 66. Nope. So ours, when I tamed this female, it was a one. I have to keep an eye on that. It's a 156. This one here is a 168. Again, I'm taming it on plain fish. I don't have anything else. So it's not going to be a perfect tame, even close to a perfect tame. Which is fine. Because I'm going to breed this one and try to get a higher one, just, you know, for riding around here. I feel like maybe I should kill that berry out there. Let's see. Oh, it's going to solve the problem for me. So you can see 116. It's not the greatest damage numbers. I love baryonyx though. They're like one of my favorite tames in all of ARK. They're so versatile, and you can imprint them to do so much damage. And they can swim and they stun things in the water. I just really like berries. The only problem I have with berries. Oh, sorry. Hi, I didn't notice you were there. Sorry. Yeah, the only problem I have with berries is they have only fish for a diet. That's the only bummer. But you know, fish is pretty easy to get, so it's not that big a deal. And I think for this environment, they're probably the best, one of the best creatures, I would think. I have not come across. Okay, I'm not saying the truth there. I have come across those bog striders or whatever the hell they are. They carried me away. They're invisible, you know, and or at least they seemed invisible. And like I said, I'm not cheating. I'm not watching other people's playthroughs, so I don't know what the hell's going on, frankly. And it wasn't until today that I figured out how to get to the other biomes. I thought maybe you had to do missions to unlock it, or maybe you had to find all the glitches to unlock it, but I didn't know it was just on the freaking right here. I didn't know Helena had it right there. I had no idea. And I'm just like, why are we stuck in this little tiny map? What is going on? What are the all? How you get to the other biomes? It's just being a moron. So I think I'm getting it now. And the one thing I will say, I don't understand why Helena doesn't sell. She's got that store. Why doesn't she sell kibble? That would make total sense. Because nobody's got gardens set up or anything, and nobody's got the vegetables to make kibble. So you go into the exchange here.
Welcome to the Hexagon Exchange.
Why isn't there kibble in here? That would make so much more sense.
Come again soon.
So, I don't know. But on the last stream, I had just a thatch foundation, and now I've got a base. I looked around and I thought, you know, this is as good a location as any to make a base, and it's kind of, here, I'll show you where it is. Off to the side there, it's against the border. There's not a lot of action happening over here, so it kind of keeps me out of trouble. I did have to put a wall because Brontos and other things would come stomping over here, and I was like, okay, I can't take that. So yeah, it's just simple. I do have the Eco Decor mod that gives me some of these items, like the mounted heads and the kitchen stuff. And I'm running S+, of course. This is off Eco Decor as well. And then I'm kind of extending, because I like this place. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a kind of a safe haven up here for some dinos, or maybe put the greenhouse up here if I get around to making a greenhouse. Might be cool to have that up here, like at this spot. And then if we have flyers, be kind of nice up here. And it's all kind of high and safe out of the way of everything, so except for those swarms. Those things are kind of annoying. I don't know if they attack your tames. I've only had them attack me. So I don't know if they attack your tames. That could be a problem, I suppose. But I don't know. I thought this was kind of a cool area, and I was going to go pack up and go somewhere else. But after I was here, I'm like, you know what the heck? Why not just stay here? Seems all right. And I don't think the BOG biome is really a place I want my main base to be. So if we have other options, I want to see the other places first. Yeah, I'm not feeling it either, man. I'm not feeling it either. I wanted a new map and cool stuff to tame and an interesting world, and since they put in this whole mission system thing and the money, I don't know. I don't really understand where they're going. You know, they kind of had... ARK was always cool because you could kind of choose... Sorry. You could kind of choose your own adventure, you know? Just for the sheer fact that you could log in and do whatever you wanted. There was no goals. You could do whatever you wanted. You made your own rules. And now they throw in missions and all this stuff, and it's kind of like, alright. I don't know if I'm really into it or not. And I find myself right now just wanting to... There's some unique tames in here. Mainly it's colors, you know. The dinos have unique colors. And I find myself just wanting to tame a bunch of them and get them out of here and take them back to Ragnarok, which is our main home. You know? Just like, okay, I've got these now, and I'm going to keep them here, and I'm never coming back here again. That's the way I kind of felt with Extinction, and that's the way I kind of felt with Aberration as well. It's kind of like, yeah, I'll get the dinos and then leave. I was really worried this was going to be a lot like Aberration, because I was one of the few people that wasn't a big fan of Aberration. Because I just felt it was like hard, it was difficult everywhere. And I wasn't having a good time in the dark. So I wasn't a huge fan of Aberration, and I just was really worried this was going to be like that. And in some ways it is. Some ways it kind of feels like Aberration, but At least it's a little bit open and has a sky. Aberration didn't. But yeah, I'm not really feeling it. And I tried doing some of the missions, and they're a little obscure. The ones I did one where you had to like run around and find all of Helena's little, I don't know, glowy marker things. And you have to do 4 of them within 10 minutes or something, and it was just like, it's almost impossible because you got to have something really strong to kill everything, because you can't just run to each one. You have to kill everything that's trying to attack you, and it gives you this kind of hint bar of which direction they are, but they don't really tell you. You got to kind of find them. We're almost there. I should actually go make a saddle. So, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. Adjust the timer on this. Let's see here. Set close delay. Let's do, I don't know, 5 seconds. So, I was also very confused, like, how do you get out of here if you wanted to go back to one of our other servers on the cluster? But I found that the mission giving, there's these little mission giver pods floating there, I guess you call them. I don't know. And you can get them there. You can jump to your another server. It says travel to another server there. So there is a way out. Okay. And the swarms, I don't know what to make of those. They just kind of appear out of nowhere. And then you're standing there. And if you keep hidden from them long enough, the swarms die. They just drop to the ground for who knows what reason. I don't know. So it's just kind of an annoying thing they stuck in. I don't get it. Okay, you're almost there. So once I get this breeding pair, I'm going to make an imprinted one, hopefully, and then I can maybe be a little bit more competitive around here. I wouldn't mind getting Sarco, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I think a berry is just better all around, so I don't know. There's really a big reason to do it, especially once I get an imprinted one of those. My tribe mate, she is trying to get her laptop repaired, so she hasn't even seen Genesis yet. And I don't know if she's very upset about it. She's kind of looked at some of the reviews and is kind of like, I don't know if I even care. And I kind of agree with her. I'm not sure yet if I care either. I don't like the fact that they press the idea that you're in a simulation and this isn't real. You know, what's wrong with there being these strange worlds and there's dinos and stuff in them? I mean, why does it have to be in the side of a simulation and then we have this little bot thing? I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of like I felt the same way with Assassin's Creed. The whole world isn't real. It's you're reliving history. I was kind of like, but whatever. Obviously, Assassin's Creed did really well for itself, so. Almost there. Wow, 54. Yeah, taming effectiveness really takes a hit when you use just plain old fish. But it is 213, which is okay. Alright, you love birds. Come on over here. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Probably not the greatest damage, but it's already better than the other berry. Alright, that's kind of cool. I like the look of this one too. This male's got red stripes. I like that. Alright. Oh, speaking of Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft and stuff, I don't work there anymore. That's right. I did work at Ubisoft. I don't anymore. I haven't made an official announcement of it yet, but I have quit Ubisoft and I have my own company now. So, and we have a contract with another game company, and in 2 weeks I'm going to be starting a project with them. So, goody for me. You know, nothing against Far Cry or Assassin's Creed, but once you've made one, making another and another and another and another and another and another just kind of wears on your soul. You know what I mean? Yeah, come over here, Carcanos. Or Capro. I want to say Carcanos. Capro, sorry. Okay, we got a raptor over there, but what level is it? 60. Now look how cool they are, though. I really like the look of them. I want to get a pair. Nice. That's nice. Nice skin. I like it. It's that one over there. 18. That's bad too. Oh, so I wouldn't even mind getting some of the parasaurs. They've got a cool skin, and the Paraceratherium's got a cool skin. I like the look of the skins over here. They don't glow like the aberrant ones, but still. I really don't understand why the X1s and the aberrant and the regular can't interbreed, because that'd be so awesome to get like a mixing, like, or at least a percentage. You like, it has a percentage chance of having this skin or that skin or. Okay. No, I didn't think about it. Part of the reason we're probably doing better damage is because mate boosted, so his attack damage probably isn't that special in reality by himself. Ha! This 66. Nice colors. They really are vibrant over here. Um, 96. That's not very good. It was 30. All right. Guess we'll just run over there and cause some trouble. I don't want to kill a 180 raptor. That's our max levels on the server, is 180. 114. Cool looking. 96. Also very cool looking. I'm really into the look of these raptors. That one is what? 18. Alright. What with you, big guy? 60. Let's level up first. Not that that helped the situation, but... Alright. We are machines. 174. Paracerathera. There was a 180 by my house, and one day we logged in and it just wasn't there. I don't know how it could just disappear, but... Let's head back home and see, head back to base and see if I could let these guys have their special time. Okay. Did you get some levels on Anya? Yes, you did. Okay. I'm gonna put that into stam. So I always like to have 2,000 stam. I'm gonna pick up all of this. We don't have to be following anything. So this isn't the greatest base in the world, but it's functional. And like I said, I don't feel this is a main base. You know, I think it's just for now, for this bog area. So yeah, I've heard multiple people saying like this person did here said, I'm going to wait for Genesis 2 before I get on the new expansions. And it's like, I understand where you're coming from, but I wonder if they're going to do something like you have to have Genesis 1 to properly play Genesis 2, or I just wouldn't put it past them. Oops. Make sure I have fish in the trough, since, yep, I sure do. It's the majority of what we have. This eats, in fact, the only thing we have. You know, to be honest, I'm on a cluster server, you know. So we have Ragnarok, we have Valgero, and we did have Crystal Isles, but I swapped it for Genesis. So I made a backup of Crystal Isles, so it's safe, and then I changed this server to Genesis. So a cluster, if those of you who are unfamiliar, what allows you to do is jump between maps. So you can be on Ragnarok and you can get into the obelisk and go to Valgero, or you can be in Valgero and go to Ragnarok, or whatever. And you can bring all dinos between each other, the maps too. So what that allows you to do is get a leg up, and also you can't start a character from scratch, because within all the clusters you have one character that jumps between them all. So if you are adding an expanded map like Genesis to your cluster, you can't start over at 0. You would need to start a server separate that is never going to link to it, and then you can start a character at 0. But we didn't do that. We added ours to our cluster. So I am the level I have been, 99. So that gives me a certain leg up, I would say, kind of an advantage, because I'm not starting from scratch. And I'm willing to accept that. You know, I haven't felt I'm not getting the experience or whatever. So I'm kind of fine with that. I just thought of a problem. If I breed these guys, we'll see. Okay, behavior, enable mating. And we go over to male, behavior, enable mating. Now we're going to get an egg. Now I'm going to have to probably set it next to a fire or something to get it to hatch. Okay. Wow, that's an intense look you got there. And, oh yeah, getting back to what I was saying. So to be perfectly honest, I originally came over here with a rock drake. I haven't been using it. He is in the cabinet in a dino storage mod ball. So I brought it over here for the, you know, sometimes when you get on an expansion, you get frustrated and pissed off because it's too hard, or you're getting killed over and over and over again, and I just wanted something here that I could get out if I lost my temper and wanted to go destroy something. But it's in the cabinet. I don't use it. I don't want to use it, but it's there in case I need it. And if I jump back to Valgero, I'll probably take it with me and leave it there, because I think we're pretty well established here. I feel good about it all. So, hey, how's it going? Been a while. We are trying to make a little berry that is hopefully going to be imprinted. Because I'm trying to do these Genesis missions, and I'm getting too caught up in killing things I can't, that it's attacking me. Okay, here we go. Let's turn off the breeding. I don't need more. Yeah. Okay, disable. So these are my first 2 teams of Genesis. Not bad. So I'm going to assume I need, since I don't have air conditioners, I'm gonna have to be a little bit more creative. So spoils in and it is too cold. Okay. How about now? Still too cold. Yeah, it's weird. I'm gonna be honest. Genesis is weird. It's got missions and strange things that aren't really ARK things, you know? Okay, there we go. Like, I couldn't figure out how to get to the other biomes because it's blocked by a wall. You see the square around? It's like, that's an actual wall. And I just thought, what do I have to do? Do I have to, like, do missions? I haven't been watching other people's streams because I didn't want to spoil it, because Syntac is the king of spoilers, and he just cheats everything and dumps it out there as fast as he can because he wants to get the views, you know. So I've just been, like, ignoring his stuff and trying to figure things out for myself. Wow, I have that set up really high, apparently. And I didn't know how to get to the other biomes, and I thought maybe you had to complete missions, or there's these glitches you have to fix. I thought maybe you had to fix all the glitches to go to the next biome. But it turns out you just click on Helena and go biome, and then go to it. So that wasn't very clear to me. I don't know. Okay, come on. Come on. $213. You know, I don't know why, but Syntac rubs me the wrong way sometimes. I don't know. Like when the chibis came out, and he just like had made a video. It was like, here's all the chibis, and he just like cheated all of them just so you could spoil seeing all of them. Like, why did you do that? That wasn't very cool. Come on. But he's already put out the video, you know, on here's every creature in Genesis, and here's every boss fight in Genesis, and here's every biome in Genesis, and it's like, wow, dude. And he didn't play to get it, he just cheated it all. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just bitter, I guess. So I don't have as many followers as he does. Come out of there so I can see you. There. So you got the red stripes from your dad and the yellow belly from your mom. That's kind of cool. I need to give you some food, though, or you're going to be dead. Oh, disable wandering. That'd be nice. Yeah, okay. Whoops. So yeah, I've got a lot to learn on old Genesis here. Don't really know what's up with everything. And then there's these swarms of bugs that just randomly come around attacking you. And if they don't attack you, they drop over dead. So I don't know what that's all about. All right. Little baby berry. Did not mean to push that button. Sorry. The only thing I saw change with the X creatures is just the color pattern. It's just a skin. They're really cool skins. I mean, they're cool to the degree I wanted to go get a parasaur, tame a parasaur, because they look so good. And what good is a parasaur, really? So, and the raptors, I think, look incredible. Yeah, because I'm on a cluster, and I came over from Valguero and Ragnarok, and I'm already 99, level 99. So the insects, while yes, they did attack me constantly, I was just killing them. But I could totally see somebody that starting at 0, because you're just sitting here doing stuff, and all of a sudden, boom, there's a swarm, and it says the swarm is targeting you, and you're dead. Yeah, it's not cool. I guess it's just another hazard, I suppose. And then those BOG striders, or whatever those spidery things are, I'm pretty sure they're invisible. So you're just walking around, and all of a sudden you're flying through the air because it swings down and grabs you. I don't know if they're invisible or I'm just not seeing them and they're grabbing me. See, here we go. There, see the swarm? Right there. Here they come. And now I'll get a message saying the swarm has targeted you. Come on. I'm not going to get targeted? Oh, no, they're just attacking. And now it's dead. And there, as you said, another one just spawned in the middle of nowhere. It's just... And I don't know if they attack your tames or only you. And you're not sure what to swing at. It's just... like, really questionable mechanic, in my opinion. Really? So the other people you have watched started in the Arctic? Isn't that like a super hard biome? Hold still. Helena, come on. Oh my god, sit still. Helena's a pretty annoying mechanic. There we go. Okay. So we've got volcanic, very hard. BOG says is easy. Arctic is medium. Okay, so yeah, I guess that would be the next stop. Lunar, very hard, and ocean hard. Wonder what it means by ocean. You're just out in the middle of the water? Because that's kind of I don't know, I'm not a fan of that idea. You know, I would much rather it be a completed map where all these things exist together. And I'm sure modders are going to come up with their own versions of these. So is it just water, though? The ocean? Just as far as the eye can see, water? Because Valguero has an underwater ocean that is under the ground. Excuse me, I said underwater ocean. Underground ocean. It has no surface and it's just under the ground. I've never been there because it sounds like a good way to die. Oh, there are islands, but mostly water. Yeah, and then there's that whole turtle creature that's a moving island. So, yeah, that all sounds cool. I just was trying to figure out how the world works here because you've got Helena. Say hello, and now watch, I'll click hello, and then it gives me 300 hexagons. Thanks. And then you go to exchange, and she sells things.
Here's what I've got.
And I don't, for the life of me, understand why she doesn't sell kibble. That seems like the number one thing I was looking for. It's like I tame those baryonyx. Instead of using plain fish, I would have rather had kibble. But it's not here at all. This is the whole screen. There's no other pages. So, and there's not even vegetables to make your own kibble. This is all kind of easy to gather stuff, except for the element. But and then there aren't loot drops. There, you buy the loot crates, which, you know, the quality of loot crates that generally exist, I don't like what's in most of them. So, well, I'm not sure that I'd even bother buying any of them.
Nothing looks good.
And then what's here? So I guess these are final tests. These are like boss battles here. So I don't know. It's weird. At least I came over with my own levels and everything. So okay, you are now. You don't need that anymore. You're eating off the trough, right? Yes. Okay. Huh. Should be kind of a cool berry. I don't have honey. I was going to say I should make one of the nannies so that I can, but you have to feed it with honey. All right. So yeah, just got a little basic outpost here. I don't think I want to make my main base on the bog. So I just made something kind of simple. So it just allows me to climb up this bluff thing all the way to the top. I could put like flyers up here or something, so. There are really cool skinned tape jar or tap jars or however you pronounce them. And I wouldn't mind getting one of them because they look really awesome. So it's not the coolest base I ever made, but it's pretty good for an outpost, I suppose. It's kind of a box. Enable. Oh, switch to automatic. Yeah, I suppose they did want to keep it, but you'd think they would at least have vegetables. Because that takes some work to make a greenhouse, and I guess technically you just need a plant, a crop plot, but what just happened? Okay, that was weird. Yeah, mine just did too. I've seen those floating ocean platforms in some Instagram posts. They look kind of cool. Well, yeah, so I've tried to do the missions and it hasn't ended well. I usually run out of time. Oh. Since when did Capros poison you? Space whales. Yeah, I saw pictures. I haven't seen a space whale yet. Uh-oh. Daedon. Hmm. Probably shouldn't just be walking around. I should probably have a tame with me. Yeah, I don't know when that started happening either. I don't remember them ever doing that. I was getting jumped by a couple capros and getting poisoned, and I thought, was there an ant or something that also bit me, or an insect, or um, no. I was just poisoned by the capro. And I'm like, I don't remember when that was the new thing. Poor Carnos. I always thought they were so awesome, and they just aren't good for anything. And then there are these cool plants that give you nothing but narcotics and fiber, which is pretty handy. I wish they were in every map. But after the fiasco of Genesis screwing up our servers, I kind of thought I was done with ARK. I was like, okay, I've had enough of this. nightfall. Awesome. I mean, these are cool spaces, but they're kind of cluttered and hard to walk around in, but they're neat to look at. I think those bog striders or whatever they are, blood striders, or I don't know what they're called. I think they are around these big trees. There's a mission that you have to hunt them, and I was doing it, and my internet got disconnected, so I had to restart. I kind of felt like that whole reset thing when I'm trying to explain it because when I upload these to YouTube, nobody can see the chat. But so the thing that happened when you got Genesis and it reset everything, Bloodstalkers, yeah, that's what they're called. I kind of felt like that happened just to me because people were like, oh, how did this happen? And is anybody doing anything? And I thought, didn't it happen to everyone? I would think it would have happened to everybody. But yeah, it reset everything, and then the servers that were running, of course, then started running without the mods, which, if you use S+, means your base is gone. So the servers that had auto-update turned on, it auto-update to the turning off all your mods, and then everything was just gone. So Valguero got completely wiped for the most part, and I had to revert back to a December backup. So I missed like months of... I have 0 chibis now. Don't have any. But I was really surprised that there wasn't more of an outcry. It didn't seem like it, at least. Man, I thought I had you. Yeah, so with the mods, so when you have a server like this one, you've got your custom settings that you set it for, and then the mods you have either enabled or disabled. And so what it did is reset all the settings back to default, and then took all the mods and disabled them. So you're virtually just running a default vanilla server. Which, that's, for people running mods, then you just deleted everything with the mods in it. Oh, so there's a raptor over there. There's another freaking capro. Come on. What did that say? I thought it said something about kibble. Oh, just that. Okay. Oh. I think I'm using tranks. Smart. See, I'm poisoned from it. Poisoned from the capro. I don't know when that began. Well, the smart thing to do with the server is to not have it set to auto-update so that it doesn't just do whatever it wants. And then you decide when it updates. So they are all set to that now. So 162, that's not a bad level. You can't really see, but they've got such nice colors, nice patterns. Look at that, they look so cool. And of course they're just raptors, nothing special about them other than they look nice. And then the Paraceratherium, which I've never had an interest in taming. This one doesn't have it, but there is like a cool giraffe pattern on him. Looks really good. I am a little bit lost. Where the heck am I anyway? Oh, the house should be right around the corner there. Your fancy legs. Paraceratherium has fancy stockings. Yeah, when I first got to this server and picked my base location, there was a 180 walking around, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to tame that. And then by the time I got my base set up, it was gone. I don't know where it went. How do you lose a 180 Paraceratherium? I don't know. They're massive. Oh, this is apparently nighttime. What nighttime looks like. Baryonyx all over my yard. Yeah, I suppose it got killed. I would think it was pretty hard to kill, but or, you know, I have a feeling with ARK, if they wander too far from where they spawned, it just deletes them. I don't know. Oh, there's a Parasaurus. Yeah, they've got nice textures on them too. Away, you annoying swarms. There, I killed it, whatever it is. Can't really target it. There's another one already. Yeah, I don't really know what they were thinking by putting these in, and I'm going to assume that shortly there's going to be a mod to remove them. Which the whole world is going to download. Except for poor console players. But they don't glow in the dark like the aberrant creatures, but It would just be nice to be like Noah and take a breeding pair of each one away from here and back to Ragnarok. Okay. I don't think you have any mutations. Nope. The Genesis also, like, for some reason reset all of my S Plus stuff. Well, I guess that's because it turned mods off, but I don't get those points back, unfortunately. So some of the mods did require you put in some points, like all these from the all of these from like the castles, keeps, and forts. So I lost those points then because it removed the mod, but it didn't give me my points back. So that's kind of a bummer. I'll probably have to do a mind wipe at some point and just start up from scratch, getting them all back again. Yeah, and don't you just wish that you could tame an aberrant creature, X creature, and a regular creature, and they could all interbreed, and then there would be a chance that they would be one skin or the other skin, or... I think that would be so cool. Why is that hard? And you can't breed them. It doesn't make sense. It wouldn't be hard. It would just be a script chance of random, or a script chance of whether it would be this skin or this skin or this skin. I don't know. So my thought is, if I do these missions, I'll ride this one because it'll be the strongest, and then have these others follow and help me kill everything. Because when you're running around trying to find all these things Helena wants you to find, you're getting attacked by everything. So I'll see how that goes. I might want to breed a few more before I do that, because I don't want to kill my breeding pair, you know? Because I don't know what happens when those blood striders swoop down and grab you and take you away. I assume your tames probably die because they have to fend for themselves. And I haven't watched any taming videos from anyone on how to tame those things. So... well, I've been streaming over an hour. People already complain on YouTube. Even my friends are just like, hey, did you watch the new video? Man, it's an hour long. I don't have time for that. I'm like, well, you don't have to watch the whole thing. But if it's an hour and I don't edit them, I just upload them, so. Anyway, thanks for stopping in. Next time I should have all the stuff all grown up and ready to roll. So we'll see. Maybe I can get a couple more little juveniles out of there. Maybe I'll get a mutation. That'd be nice. That'd be cool. always like baryonyx though. Anyway, yeah, thanks for stopping in. I will see you next time. Unfortunately, I don't keep a tight enough schedule to know when that is. I've got a new job, so in 2 weeks I'm going to be starting that, and we'll see what my schedule's like when that gets started. So, exciting stuff. At least I'm still doing ARK. I was going to stop after that whole mess. I'm like, that's it, I'm done. And then people on Instagram and everything were like, please continue. Okay. So that's it for this one. I will see you next time. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping into the depressing bog. We'll see about getting out of here. I kind of want to figure out how the missions work in the easy area before I go to the harder areas. Yeah, I'll probably do go to the Arctic next. As long as it's not like the death snow on Ragnarok that just kills you instantly. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if I want to tame any of those little guys that turn into the big six-armed or six-limbed things, because if they're like a Giga that turns on you, oh, well, that kind of sucks. But we'll see. Alright. I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping in.
Hello there.